In Massachusetts, obtaining a permanent restraining order is a significant and relatively rare legal step. Here's how the process works and what you need to know. First, let's distinguish between a one-year restraining order and a permanent restraining order. Initially, when you seek protection, the court typically grants a temporary restraining order, also known as an ex parte order. This temporary order provides immediate protection and lasts up to 10 business days. On that 10th day, there will be a two-party hearing where both you and your abuser or harasser can present your cases. If the judge finds sufficient evidence of abuse, they can issue a one-year restraining order. This order offers protection for up to 1 year, but it's not permanent. At the end of that 1 year, you can go back to court for an extension hearing. It's at this extension hearing that you can ask the court to issue a permanent restraining order. A permanent restraining order differs from a one-year order in that it does not have a set expiration date. However, these orders are rare and granted only in certain circumstances. The court considers several factors when deciding whether to issue a permanent restraining order, including the severity and frequency of abuse. The nature and extent of the abuse play a critical role. More severe and frequent instances of abuse make a permanent order more likely. History of abuse. A documented history of ongoing abuse strengthens a case for a permanent order. Likelihood of future abuse. The court assesses whether there is a reasonable fear of future harm if the restraining order is not made permanent. Impact on the victim. The physical, emotional, and psychological effects of the victim are considered. Evidence presented. Supporting evidence such as medical records, police reports, and witness statements are crucial. Even if a permanent restraining order is issued, the defendant has the right to request that the court drop the order after a period of time. The defendant can file a motion to vacate the order, prompting the court to schedule a hearing to consider this request. At this hearing, the court will evaluate several factors to decide whether to lift the order, including change in circumstances. The court will look at any changes in circumstances since the order was issued. This includes whether the defendant has made efforts to rehabilitate or address the issues that led to the restraining order. Continued need for protection. The court will assess whether the victim still requires protection from the defendant. Behavior of the defendant. The defendant's behavior since the issuance of the restraining order, including any violations of the order, will be scrutinized. Impact on the victim. The court will consider the potential impact on the victim if the order is lifted. A permanent restraining order can include several provisions to ensure your safety. It can require the abuser to stay away from you, your home, your workplace, and other places that you frequent. It can also prohibit any form of contact, including phone calls, text messages, emails, and social media interactions. If you have children with the abuser, the order can address child custody, visitation, and support arrangements. Adhering to the terms of the restraining order is crucial. If the abuser violates any part of the order, you should contact the police immediately. Violating a restraining order is a serious offense and can result in arrest and criminal charges.